Hi, I'm Roxy Tate with eXp Realty, and this video is going to quickly discuss the Working with Real Estate Agent brochure as it pertains to buyers. So this is the document that I am discussing, and it's provided by the North Carolina Real Estate Commission so that you understand what your agency options are here in North Carolina. So on this form, the very first option is going to be buyer agency. That, of course, is going to be when you and an agent have agreed that you want to work together. That agent is going to exclusively represent you as the buyer and always have your best interest in mind. Your next box has two different options for dual agency. So just dual agency. That would be when the firm represents both the seller and the buyer, and any agents within that firm could be representing the parties. In that situation, the loyalty is divided because you are representing both sides. And so it is a limitation on the type of representation that can be provided because you do have to protect confidentiality of both parties. Under that is a specific kind of dual agency, designated dual agency. Designated dual agency is a situation where the firm is still dual, so the firm would have the property listed, and then also the buyer is, coming in with an agent under that firm. But the difference with designated agency is that you're going to have two separate designated agents to represent the seller and the buyer, and each of those agents is going to be loyal only to their client. So the agent designated to represent the seller is going to be loyal to the seller, and then the agent that has been designated to represent the buyer would be loyal to the buyer. The last option is that you could be an unrepresented buyer. In that situation, we call the agent a seller sub-agent. Basically, in that situation, the agent is going to help you with, filling out paperwork and maybe some of those things, but this the agent does not represent you as the buyer. There's no confidentiality there, so you would want to be very careful about what you say to the agent, because the agent is ultimately representing the seller, likely because you as the buyer chose not to sign a buyer agency agreement. So buyer agency, that's exclusive representation for you. Dual agency is the firm representing both the seller and the buyer, and likely the same agent representing both parties in that situation. Designated dual, the firm is dual, but you have a designated agent assigned to each party. And then you can also be an unrepresented buyer, meaning that you do not have an agency relationship. At the top, it does note that this is not a contract. Signing this only means that you've received it. It has been discussed and you understand what your options are. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you.